CEO and all-around co-host, Dr. Janet Seabrook.
I don't know if they're going to do it.
Don't be shy. Call in and ask your questions. Dr. Seabrook wants to help
I'm going to give her
because your health matters.
Hey, sorry for that pause there. I just had to adjust my cameras, and I want to say good morning. Today must be the fourth Wednesday of the month. It is really busy. There's a buzz going on in this radio station right now, and we have some power. You know, the women are very, very powerful, and they are joining me today. They're going to join you, and they got a special topic. I have to work so hard today, and I really don't work so hard because I really enjoy when Dr. Seabrook does come by. And so we're happy that she's here today. She has some guests with us. Get pen and pencil in hand, because in paper, you never know what you're going to have to write down. So with that, I want to remind our listeners that the views expressed by the hosts and callers of this show are not necessarily views of WLTH radio management, owners, sponsors, and our advertisers. Welcome, Dr. Seabrook.
Good morning, Natalie.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Girl, you got some of my favorite people with you today. I'm sorry, I was so informal. Dr. Seabrook, you have some of the most special people with you today.
You're fine.
But they're all my girls, okay? You're all my
fine,
girls, so
fine.
I got to say that. I'm glad you did invite them out, and it's great to see them. So I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much. I have a story to tell. This morning, the devil was busy trying to not let me get here, but I was determined to get here. And I actually left the house early. I was so glad I did, because when I got outside, my passenger side mirror refused to open up. So I couldn't back up because I couldn't see. So I couldn't see my passenger side. So I had to, borrow my husband's car, which I hardly ever drive. So that's like something, whatever. And then I couldn't find the key because I hardly drive it. It was just a nightmare getting here this morning. I still made it. But I just had to get that out of my system, because the devil was really working hard this morning to keep me from being here with these two beautiful young ladies. But I'm so glad that I was able to make it. I know Chelsea would have taken it on herself anyway. So I didn't have to worry about that. So I'm going to actually open up the floor and let my guests introduce themselves. But before I get into sharing, letting my guests share what they have come to tell us, I do want to remind everybody that this Saturday, September 28th, is our annual breast cancer walk at Marquette Park. We're so excited. We'll be right by the lagoon where we always are. We'll have our mobile unit out there. The students from IUN, the medical students, will be taking blood pressures for everyone that wants to get their blood pressure checked. We have more vendors than we have tables. So if you do still want to be a vendor, you might have to bring your own table and chair, but we still want to see you out there if you're still interested in being a vendor. So that's Saturday, September 28th, registration at 9, the walk starts at 10. Individual walkers are $30, and we have teams signed up. We have churches. It's going to be real exciting. And of course, we changed the t-shirts this year. They're not pink, so you have to come out and get your surprise, because we have a new color for the t-shirts. All right.
Oh, that is so awesome. I am so looking forward to that. I'm glad you told me about that change. So it's like I said, that wardrobe, that's a wardrobe change.
Yes,
right?
It's a wardrobe
change. It's a wardrobe change.
Well, Natalie's gonna come in her costume, and she's gonna win the best prize for having the best breast cancer costume.
I am so excited.
Yeah, we are too.
I sent a message out to my family. It's a whole group text thing. And I have all these people coming on board. It's like, I don't know where y'all going, so just stay home.
No, let them come out. Let them come out, Natalie. Yeah. So far the weather looks like it's going to hold out, so it's going to be a nice day. And the lake is gorgeous at this time of the year anyway, with all the trees, starting to turn colors. So it's just going to be a beautiful day out there, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope as many people that are within the sound of hearing my voice, that they will think about coming out to our annual breast cancer walk, 5K. So it's not a lot. It's only 5K, $30 per individual walker. Registration at 9, walk starts at 10. So I'm going to go over to my right.
But before you do that,
Yes.
because I just want to make sure, if you didn't register online, you can.
Same day
pay the money right there.
Yeah, registration on site. You're
Yes, I
welcome
just
to
wanna make
register on
sure.
site. That's why we still keep registration open at the beginning of the walk at 9 o'clock, because we want people to come who didn't get a chance to register early.
Okay, cool beans.
All
Looks
right.
like I'm ready.
Okay, now I'm going to go over to my right, and you're going to introduce yourself to us. You've been here with me before.
Yes, I
Yes,
have.
yes. So
I
please.
love coming here with you, Dr. Seabrook. I love it. So my name is Alfreda Pointer Robbins. I am the founder of Travail With Us, LLC. Travail With Us is an in-home care company that provides services to over 100 people in Northwest Indiana. We also offer transportation services as well as a CNA school and QMA school. I love what I do. I love the fact to be able to take care of people and to be able to provide the gift of empathy to others.
Yes, and you've been doing that quite so well. You know, I was so honored to be invited to your first sickle cell event that you had a few months ago. It was just a few months ago.
Yes,
and
Dr.
it was
Seabrook.
so nice, and your family was so supportive, and then you honored the children and their parents that are suffering with sickle cell. So I was honored to be able to participate.
Thank you. And you know too, Dr. Seabrook, this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month as well. And Friday we're having a blood drive
Okay.
in honor of Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So it's amazing to come out and support and to help donate blood, because there's currently a blood shortage
Yes.
right now. And a lot of times people that have sickle cell, what happens is they need blood to help, you know, when they have a pain crisis and vice versa. And just not only for people with sickle cell, anything can happen and you need to be able to donate blood or receive blood.
I think it's very important that African Americans know and understand that blood products are needed. And I don't think a lot of people understand that sickle cell children and adults are very dependent on blood transfusions. So when there is a blood shortage, it impacts them greatly when they're not able to get the blood that they need. Life-saving products to keep them in control when they're in sickle cell crisis. So why don't you tell us when it is, give us the time, give us all that information.
Okay, so Travail With Us will be hosting their first of many blood drives, September the 27th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our address that we will be at would be 750 West 61st Avenue, Maryville, Indiana, at the Descent of the Holy Ghost. So please come out.
Okay, and this is an event that you partnered with the American Red Cross, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So the American Red Cross will be there. So we know that these blood products will be placed safely in the blood banks throughout Northwest Indiana, and be ready when our children and our adults and people who need blood transfusions need them. And I think that it's important for people to understand how blood products are used. When you hear about accidents, traumatic things that happen either on our highways and byways, I-65, 80, 94, that's when we all jump in and we're ready to make sure that there are enough blood products. Transfusions are needed typically when there are major injuries on highways or when there are tornadoes and things like that. So it's just very important to make sure that we keep our blood supply where it needs to be, so when those times of crisis and those regular transfusions that sickle cell patients need, it's just very important. So give that information again, please.
All right, so it's September the 27th, this Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The location is 750 West 61st Avenue, Maryville, Indiana, at the Descent of the Holy Ghost. Please come out and help support. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now I'm going to my left. So come on and tell us what's going on. I know you have a big event coming up. I'll be there.
Yes,
Oh, amazing.
my name is Dr. Regina. Thank you. My name is Dr. Regina Beard.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
My name is Dr. Regina Beard, and I am a nurse by trade. I am the founder and CEO of Victory Global. Victory Global is comprised of 3 companies. It's Victory Training, which is CNA, QMA, and we just added on 5 new courses. We have EKG Tech, Phlebotomy Tech, Dental Assistant, And also we have medical assistant along with Ecotech. We also have what's called Victory at Home, also a home care agency. And we go into communities and take care of the people in their home. Our latest, and should I say the baby of the family?
Yes.
Is Victory for Kids. So Victory for Kids is our nonprofit umbrella of our company, and our goal is to encourage the youth to pursue healthcare careers. And what Dr. Seabrook is referring to is we have our second Masquerade Gala, which will be held on October 17th at the Avalon Manor. Dr. Seabrook has been with us since the start. I thank you, our very first summer camp, and she will be speaking as a fireside chat speaker. So we will be talking about all things Victory for Kids, and the theme is the future of healthcare. Because what I realized during the pandemic was, who will take care of me? When I get to be 65 years old, who will take care of me? Who will take care of you? And if we don't begin to talk about that now, and we don't begin to invest in our future, who will take care of us?
Yes.
I don't want a robot turning me over. And I know it's a far stretch, but we don't know.
No, it's not actually, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to say this. I read an article yesterday. Japan, I believe it's Japan, has a hospital. They're going to open up, and it's going to be 100% AI. So the robots, there are robot doctors and nurses that are going to be taking care of patients. And so they're estimating that they'll be able to take care of up to 10,000 patients in a short period of time, versus it would take one doctor to see that many patients over a 2-year period. And so I read this article and I was totally flabbergasted. Now, I can see AI as an assistant, but actually providing the care, doing the x-rays, ordering the tests, ordering the scans. I had my husband cracking up at dinner last night telling him about it. I said, can you imagine if you go to the doctor and you see in a robot, and you don't even need to leave the office because they probably have a laser beam eye and they can do the x-ray right there. He fell out laughing. He's like, you are so funny. I'm like, no, but seriously, I'm like, I don't think I want to be taken care of by a robot. But you know what? It's coming to it.
Coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I hate to interrupt,
It's
but so
okay.
go ahead, tell us again the date, the time, and everything about your
It's
activity.
October 17th at the Avalon Manor. We have two components of it. The very first component is the fireside chat. That's our exclusive VIP component of it. So you can come in and you can hear Dr. Seabrook, who we selected due to the fact of, she has one of the largest clinics in the world. I'm going to just keep that into existence.
In the world.
In the world.
She just said in the world.
In the world.
You all.
Community Health Net. But not only that, she's a practicing physician. So my thought process is she brings so much to the table.
She does.
The other person we have is Mrs. Denise Dillard. Now she's from Northwest Indiana Health Disparities. So when we begin to look at, so my daughter just mentioned something to me very intriguing. So nursing is the largest profession in the healthcare arena. We can agree on that, correct?
Yes.
However, less than 10% are African Americans. So how do we begin to close that gap? Can we at least get to 25%?
Right.
And so I'm assuming if it's like that with nursing, can you imagine how it is with physician?
It's 5%.
Thank you.
5% of physicians are African American.
Thank you. And that's sad. So we need to talk about the disparities. What can we do? How can we close that gap? We also have Janice Riper, who is the CEO of St. Mary's Hospital. She's going to be there. And my question is still the same. What's your intention for the future? Who's going to be taking care of me? How do we get enough nurses on the floor? How do we get enough physicians on the floor? What's the plan for the future? Is your hospital engaging in any type of collaboration with CHN? What's going on,
So I can talk to you about what Community Health Net is doing with Methodist Hospital. Methodist Hospital is reviving their family medicine residency training program. And that's the program that I graduated from. So I trained at Methodist Hospital. I delivered babies at Methodist. I saw patients in the emergency room and on the floor for 3 years as a resident. So that program is being brought back to Methodist Hospital. The residents will do their clinical rotations and see patients at Community Health Net. And so it is my hope, because typically with residency programs, 80% of the residents stay in the area that they trained in. So we're hoping to do, with that program, that will help encourage more doctors to stay in the Gary area. And then the other thing that is going on besides the residency training program, are just partnerships. We recently partnered with Ivy Tech, and I'm going to be talking to both of you all individually about your CNA programs. So because those are things that we can partner with to help bring more people into the healthcare profession. And so we want to think about, how we can get more people to see people, other minorities like them, and see the possibilities for them. And then there's something that I have been praying for years. I used to just talk to IUN and say we need to partner with the Gary School District and find students that have interest in healthcare and shepherd them through high school, through college at IUN, and then into our medical school and nursing school. Guess what? It's finally going to happen. It is finally going to happen. And I just stopped talking about it. And then I just saw an article a few days ago and I said, oh, they're going ahead and doing it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've only been, just talk every time I would, anybody who would listen at IU, I was like, can we do this? Just find a couple of students. Gary has students that are able to do the work. They just don't have the direction and the encouragement or the knowledge, how to apply to college, how to, find funding for college, how to get into medical school, how to get into nursing school. And so I just think that if we, surround them with support and wrap services around them, we could grow our own medical community, our own nurses, our own doctors that grew up in Gary and want to stay home and take care of their family and friends.
Yes.
And so I think that we can do that. And then with you all's help, we can take it even a step further with the work that you both are doing in the community. So
Razo Ivy Tech, and we brought him in because, again, going back to the shortage of healthcare professionals, we need to talk about the process of admitting them. When they get into the program, the next question we need to discuss is what the diversity look like at Ivy Tech. So these are questions we will be talking about, because when I became a nurse, I was 23 years old. First time I've ever heard of a respiratory therapist. And it was the first time I've ever saw an African American nurse that had her doctorate degree. And it mattered to me. It made me feel as if I could go further and I can get my doctorate degree. We also have the gala component, which starts at 6 p.m. And we have Dr. Peggy Buffington from the School City of Hobart. We have the Dean of IUN Nursing Program, Dr. Crystal Shannon. And then we also have Audra Peterson, who is Porter County Career and Technical Education. So our night is from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. It is open bar. It's dressed in fresh, or should I say black tie, masquerade. So please come in your mask. It will be a night of suspense, intrigue, mystery, and fun. We have DJ all out.
Well, that sounds like it's going. Now, when she said mask, she meant the mask for your eyes. Well, that sounds great. So I do want to give you the opportunity to talk a little bit more about your CNA and MA program. You said QMA as well?
CNA, QMA, medical assistant program, dental assistant, phlebotomy, Echo Tech, missing one. We just added on 5 new programs.
Oh, good.
So,
Wonderful.
The programs are scheduled to launch on November 1st. We are approved by the state, so we are looking forward to it. But it is our attempt to encourage the community to go further and to pursue healthcare careers. So we have the youth with Victory for Kids. We have the expos October 8th, 9th, and 10th, Porter County. We do one in all 3 counties, Lake LaPorte, and Porter County. So we are in Porter County October 8th, 9th, and 10th. Our goal again is for the youth to meet someone like Dr. Seabrook, like Miss Alfreda, so they can connect with her and go, I can do this. So it's really about creating a vision with our expo.
That's wonderful.
That really is.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
It is.
I love it.
Yes.
One of the things that I learned too in life as being a director of nursing, it's good to introduce them to healthcare. However, we still have to introduce them to the gift of empathy, because a lot of times you want them to be able to understand others and feel the heart of others. Because even in our program, our CNA program, we mentor them so they can understand how to empathize with others and to see how others feel. We currently have a CNA program, and we have 100% pass rate as well. I'm so happy because I love it, because I have the opportunity to go in there and speak to the students. My little brother that passed away from sickle cell, he was 19 years old and he had 3 strokes. So as a young girl, I had to watch my mother tube feed him and take care of him. And nevertheless, sometimes we never know what someone is going through. It's hard to really, really know that unless you're in their shoes. So I try to educate the students as well about understanding what the next person is going through. Because if you don't have a heart, you can't be used. The heart is so important to have to me.
Preach out.
No, I definitely agree, that empathy has to be a part of any healthcare training program. To not have the empathy for your patients and for the community, it's just not the way to really practice healthcare.
It's not. It's not. So it's amazing. So we have the CNA school. We also have the QMA school. We do CPR training. Yes, and one of our newest babies, as you might say, Dr. Regina, we have an adult day service.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes.
When I want to clap about that,
Yeah.
because I am so excited about that, because that's, to me, that's my heart of nursing right there.
Right.
It's being a director of nursing over a 300-bed facility. A lot of times you see things and you're like, oh man, I wish I could fix this. I wish I could do that. But then we're given a gift, because your gifts will make room for you. We're given a gift, but we can go in and we can change things, and we can make a difference with us birthing what was given to us through prayer, like Dr. Seabrook just said, through prayer. So I love what I do. I love being a part of the community. I love helping the community, and I love helping others. That's a gift that no one can take in life.
But can we talk a little bit about how the programs that both of you all are doing help lift people out of poverty?
Yes.
Can we just talk about that? When you are in a healthcare profession, you have a solid career.
Yes, you do.
You can take that anywhere, especially if you are MA, QRMA, any of those, and you go and you work with a good doctor or nurse practitioner, and you learn a skill set, you can take that anywhere. And think about it. Typically, these jobs come with benefits. Healthcare, benefits, pension plans, 401ks. And so you have a solid foundation of, working your way out of poverty and building generational wealth, starting with you getting the training that you need. So people need to understand there are benefits to getting training, particularly in the healthcare arena, because there are good jobs in the healthcare arena that can help lift people out of poverty. You won't be struggling day to day, wondering what you're going to eat, having to rely on food boxes and food banks or someone to help you pay your NIPSCO bill, or your rent. Just think about it. A job in healthcare is a job out of poverty, a way out of poverty, a way to a better life. So I think we need to look at it like that. So I want to congratulate you both for doing the work that you are doing to help bring stabilization to our community and helping lift families out of poverty by being trained and having a job that is in demand right now. So I don't know what else to say. There isn't much to say about the work that you all are doing, because when you seriously have to think about it. Most of the people I'm sure that you are working with have a story to tell when they come into your programs, right? And then what are they saying to you when they finish? Tell us some of your success stories, Ms. Frida, and then Doctor, I want you to give some of your success stories as well.
I have a lot of them saying, Miss Alfreda, you changing people's lives. They say, thank you. You didn't have to do it, but you did. But you did. And a lot of times when they come in, they're going through a lot because it's hard for them to find a stable job and to take care of their children. Sometimes they come in, they do not have proper transportation to get there. At the end, when you see them, they're able to work overtime. They're able to work 2 jobs. So it's just like a multitude of doors has been opened for them once they have completed the course. And then they can start there, and then they can work their way, whichever way they desire to go. Because you can go so many ways in nursing. You can go so many ways in nursing.
Yes, and so I just want to jump in a little bit. I have, there are a couple of RMAs throughout the years that have gone back to school, and we've, given them that flexibility so they can go and take their classes at IUN or wherever they were at, Purdue or Valpo, and they get their, either associate nursing degree or their 4-year, and then, staff will come up to me, managers, so-and-so, she's going to leave. And I'm like, that is good.
Yes.
We help them. We shouldn't look at that as a negative.
That's
When
right.
someone that starts in your organization as maybe an MA, and then they work their way up and they become an RN or LPN, who am I to hold them back?
Come on,
I'm like,
I love it. I love it.
Go work in the hospital, go work in the nursing home, go get that advanced skill set training. I want to see you be the director of nursing somewhere,
That's right.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's
Yes, we
right.
helped you get your foot in the door, so okay, take care of yourself.
That's
so
right.
I don't hold on to negative things like that. I want to see everybody succeed.
And grow.
All right, so it's your turn, Dr. Beard.
The 2 stories that stick out with me is we've been open since 2015, Victory Training. We're located in Hobart, Indiana, and we have a fantastic partnership with St. Mary's Hospital. And we received a student, a student came to us from St. Mary's. And this particular student, tearing up thinking about it. We used to do a graduation after every class.
Okay.
And this student came to me and she said, Miss Regina. I said, yeah. She said, I've never graduated from anything.
Oh.
So that right there helped to confirm we're making an impact. To
There
see
you
somebody
go.
that's 30 plus years old, family of 4, and just now graduating
And
That's
finish
right.
something.
and finish something.
Yes.
Our other story was this one young lady, she came in and she said, Miss Regina. I said, yes. She said, I want to talk with you. She said, I want you to know how much of an impact you have made in my life. Her name is Siobhan. She came in, she did not have any formalized education. What I mean by that is she had a high school diploma. Now she's an LPN. So that's just one of our many success stories who have left our program and then became an LPN or else an RN. So we're very proud of our students. We think the world of them, and I think the greatest compliment is when they refer someone back to us.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, both, the stories that you all just told, just, capture what I was saying about people being able to change their lives by going into a healthcare profession. And people just need guidance,
Yes.
and they think that they don't know the door, how to get in the door of healthcare. And I think there are programs that, like what you both are doing, give people that foot in the door so they can take it one step further once they finish your program. And there are so many things. Say it's somebody that does your program or does your program and they make it and they become an MA. But let's say that they're really techie and they have a tech interest. There are healthcare IT positions and tech positions that you can train in as well. You can take that healthcare and go in so many directions. And people just think doctor, nurse, but that's not it. There are so many ways to go once you get your foot in the door of being a healthcare provider.
And you're absolutely right. I was in healthcare IT. I was an informatics nurse for University of Chicago. So I always tell people that we think of nursing as bedside or better yet just administration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas I have had the pleasure of building EPIC, the healthcare information system, electronic medical records. And it was amazing. I'm ClinDoc certified in EPIC, which means that I actually teach doctors and nurses and also physical therapy, all inpatient staff, how to use the electronic medical record. But people always limit nursing, or better yet, healthcare careers to this one umbrella without realizing that you can be a legal nurse consultant.
Yeah.
You enjoy law. Think about legal nurse consultant. So we do, and this will be our second year doing it, a presentation at IUN, and we talk about 10 healthcare careers that are non-clinical, meaning that you don't have to touch patients. I'm scared of blood. I don't like the sight of my own blood. I don't like the sight of needles or the feel of needles touching me. However, we don't want that to deter someone else.
Right.
So let's start talking about what else can you do. We need help in the healthcare.
We do.
Yes, we do.
And it doesn't matter where you want to go to. We need help. We need you.
You know,
Yes.
there are so many vacancies in healthcare positions, started from the federal government level to different states,
Yes.
down to individual, communities and locales. And so, especially since the pandemic,
Correct.
Yes, I
we,
was
we,
thinking
we
about that.
a lot of people just attrition themselves right out the door, and they said they were done after COVID and they weren't coming back. And so I think it's important for people to understand that there are so many positions that are open in the healthcare field. And so, people try to pigeonhole doctors, and they try and pigeonhole nurses as well. We're more than just a doctor or a nurse. We can do other things. Now, I'm not as computer savvy as Dr. Beard sitting next to me. I'm pecking on Epic difficulty. I might have to call you up for some Epic training, okay? Because I'm like, ooh, what's that? Something new I got to learn? Good Lord. What else am I going to put in my head? But I think that people need to know that we're more than just healthcare providers. There's more to us. We're not one-dimensional. I like to cook. I like to garden. I like to sew. And so we do other things, outside of medicine. But there's sometimes those things tie back to medicine because I like to talk about my garden and the healthy things in my garden. And then I like to talk about the foods that I'm going to cook. Using the healthy products from my garden. I used some of my okra last night, and I know people don't like okra. That's okay.
Fried.
I used some okra from my garden. I made a big old pot of gumbo.
Oh.
I threw some of my South Carolina crab legs in there, and they were real good.
Sounds
Okay,
amazing.
and I had some shrimp in there, and so we had us some good shrimp gumbo last night with the okra from my garden.
That sounds amazing. I love it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So, what are your plans coming up? And let's talk a little bit about your event that's going on Friday. So, let's talk about that first, and then some plans for the fall, because I think you said you had a new program, and then we'll also talk to Dr. Beard and some of her programs that she has coming up. So go
Okay.
ahead.
So the sickle cell, this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, but Friday, September the 27th, we're having a blood drive with American Red Cross. It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and the address is 750 West 61st Avenue, Maryville, Indiana, 46410. Then we open in our adult day service. October the 30th will be our grand opening. I'm so excited about that, Dr. Seabrook. I am so excited. I don't know what to do. I can't, and I say this so kindly and politely. I can't wait to play Connect 4. I cannot wait to do trivia with them. I cannot wait to stimulate the brain
Yes.
because a lot of people have dementia. And what I want to do is increase their brain movement, and do a lot of games with them and just help them and give them nothing but love.
My daddy will be there.
So I'm going to interrupt a little bit. I love it. I love it, particularly when you talked about the old school games like Connect 4 and stuff like that. So last summer, not this summer, we had a family reunion down in Charleston. And my mom was like, what are these packages that keep coming to the house? So we were down there already. Her and I went a little early, so they were coming. So I bought all of the old school games that we used to play. Trouble and the Pop-O-Matic, and I bought all of them. Sorry, just the whole 9 yards. And I told them, so when the younger people kept started coming, my mom said, "Is that why you did?" I said, "Yeah, because we're not doing video. Either they outside, because I had a bouncy house and we had the water slide outside, and I said they either outside playing until the street lights come on like we used to have to do. Or they inside. I bought Uno cards, about like 4 decks of Uno cards. My mother was like, what are you doing? I said, I want them to connect with each other, play with each other with board games that we grew up with. I bought Monopoly, Scrabble, the whole 9 yards. And my mother was like, you are going back in time. I said, yeah, but guess what? I had the card table set up in the little den area, and they went in there and they did not turn the TV on. They were actually talking to each other. They were playing Uno, slamming cards on the table. I'm like, okay, it's just a card game. But they had fun between jumping outside and on the water slide and coming back in the house and playing board games. And so I love it. So I just had to jump in.
And my mother is 74 years old and she plays Connect 4, and actually she tears us up in Connect 4. And I love it because it stimulates her brain, so it gets it to moving, and she's not just sitting in front of the television.
Yes.
She's not just sitting in front of the television. So one of the things that we are promoting in our adult day service is activities every day, all day, nonstop. Nonstop.
That's gonna be amazing.
So can you give us your information, like your website and all of that, phone number, how to contact you for more information?
All right. So our email is travailwithus@yahoo.com. We can be reached by phone at 219-777-0279. Our website is travailwithus at Yahoo.
No, that's the email.
That's the
address.
That's the email.
Yeah.
So just Travail with us. They can
Travail
Google Travail with
Yes,
us and
you
your
can.
website will pop
You
up.
can forgive me, everybody.
No, that's all right, because you got a lot of information crammed in your head, so you can forget your website. Google Travail with us.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay,
Seabrook.
just Google it. You'll find it.
I love you.
You're welcome. Okay, Dr. Beard, come on.
Alfred, quick question. Are you going to play a Motown Day? You going to do a Motown Day?
I think I am, and I think I'm going to have you there too.
Okay, please send the invite. I
All
love it.
right.
I used to do it with my psych patients. I was a psych nurse.
wow.
And I enjoyed it. I was a psych clinical instructor, let me say it like that. But I love the Motown Day.
Girl, I am excited.
Yes, that's
Miracles
gonna be
happen
amazing.
every day.
Yes.
I'm so
The
excited.
70s Day, I'm excited for you. I know the work you put in to open it up is not an easy task. So kudos to you.
And we also doing home delivered meals as well.
Congratulations.
Now,
Wow.
Dr. Seabrook, I don't cook like you, but I have someone that cooks so good. I'm telling you. So I'm excited about everything that's to come.
That's a blessing.
I'm very excited
Wonderful.
God is faithful.
Yes.
in
God
all
is
his
faithful.
ways.
Jehovah Jireh.
Right now.
All right, now we're going to start preaching.
So to answer your question, say it one more time.
So
I'm sorry.
I wanted you to, say what's up and coming for
Perfect.
you.
Perfect.
Thank
you.
give us your plans.
So it's our gala, as I mentioned before, October 17th, none other than
Yeah.
world renowned,
Look at this.
global leader
I love it.
of Community Health Net,
Kind.
none other than our own Dr. Janice Seabrook.
You gotta love her.
We also have three other speakers for her particular event. We have Janice Riber, CEO of St. Mary's Hospital, Oxo Chancellor Ivy Tech, and also again we have
Denise Dillard.
Mrs. Dillard. Thank you very much. Sorry, Mrs. Dillard. Northwest Health, Indiana Disparities. And it's going to be an amazing night. The theme is the future of healthcare. All I ask is for you to come dressed black attire, and also to please put your mask on for your eyes and have a ball. Other event we have is our Youth Healthcare Career Expo, Porter County, and that's October 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's from 9 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. I'm asking that any parents, grandparents, community leaders listening, please contact your child's school and ask, how can I get my child enrolled? To date, we have had the pleasure of, I hate to say it, but creating a zeal in more than 10,000 youth that have came to our expo. It has been an amazing time.
Wonderful.
That's wonderful.
And our desire is to keep it growing. So we're really looking forward to that. In LaPorte County, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we'll be having our very first LaPorte County Youth Healthcare Career Expo. So we're finishing off the year very strong with Victory for Kids. And we do have our new classes for Victory Training. We'll be launching. CNA, TMA is already launched. We have Ecotech, EKG Tech, Dental Assistant, Phlebotomy, Pharmacy Tech.
Wonderful.
Yes,
You are
thank you.
victorious.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So those will be launching November 1st. So please check our website, www.victorytraining.net. It can take you to Victory at Home website, and it can also take you to Victory for Kids website. The real thing is help us promote Victory for Kids. We need students there, not just for us, but we want to encourage them to pursue healthcare careers. We want them to have a passion for it. And I think the Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go. When they get old, they should not depart.
Yes.
My other scripture is about the vision. Help me out, somebody. I know my leaders know it. Chelsea, give me my vision scripture.
For without the vision, people
perish.
perish.
Thank you so much. Thank
the
you.
vision, make
My
it
people
plain.
perish.
Ah,
Write the
yeah,
vision,
that.
make it plain. There we go.
That.
So, Victory for Kids, our goal is to write the vision for the youth. We want you to come in, look at healthcare careers, and then run with it. However, we need them there in order to make that happen. So we're really passionate about all of our companies. All of them provide a service to a special demographic. And we definitely need the community support for Victory for Kids.
Wonderful.
Well, you have my support.
Thank you.
And last year, your first gala last year was so nice. I could not. Your gala was nice too, but I was like, wow. They came in, they were dressed. I saw teenagers in ball gowns. They looking like Cinderella, and the guys looked like Prince.
Yes.
Oh my God, they were dressed so nice, and so I'm sure that your second event this year will be just as nice, if not greater than that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. If you have any youth that attends high school in Gary, Maryville, Lake County, let me say it like that, please reach out to administration. We do have, someone has sponsored a total of 20 seats for high school students to attend the gala. It's really for them to attend the fireside chat. So even if you don't have the clothing for them, we will connect you with another organization that can assist them with getting dressed. And so getting dresses, maybe even the makeup done. We're looking to connect with people to do that. But I think the real key is we really want them in the room, especially at the gala. So we will be asking you to at least drop them off by 4:45 p.m. I apologize, we don't have tickets for the parents as far as a sponsored ticket for the parents to stay. But we would definitely like at least 20 in the room to hear Global right now. Leader.
So do you want to give them a phone number that they can call if they have more questions about it?
Thank you. Please call 219-806-5383. 219-806-5383. 219-806-5383.
Thank you so much. Okay, Miss Frida, because her whole family came in there dressed to the nines in matching outfits. I was like, wait a minute, somebody told me we were supposed to be matching. It was so beautiful. Yeah, it was purple, right? Yeah, they wore that purple. Your mom was so cute.
I love it.
So tell us a little, are you going to do that this year?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
April the 18th.
Okay.
April the 18th, 2025 will be the next gala. And I'm so excited about it. This follows my brother that passed away from complications of sickle cell, as well as my cousin. Sickle cell is near and dear to us, my entire family. So I'm excited to be able to give back to our community and also offer education as well. And I'm excited about Friday, the blood drive.
Yeah, it is quite the blessing, and thank you so much for all the work that you do in the community. And we partner with the Indiana Hemophilia and Thrombosis Center out of Indianapolis. They hold monthly clinics at Community Health Net for sickle cell patients, and those have been quite successful. And we work very hard to get those services back in the city of Gary. So I always get a big smile on my face when they're doing their Friday clinics, and I pull up and I see all the nursery school buses and everything pulled up in front of the health center, because I know that those children are there to get tested for sickle cell and be seen by the doctors from Indianapolis that come up to take care of our sickle cell patients.
And we're so excited too, because we also partner with them, and they give game day at our location for people with sickle cell.
Yes.
So I love it. I just love it. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful.
And we just, creating these partnerships within the community to bring resources and services to the residents of Gary and surrounding counties and communities, because these support services are much needed resources in our community. So we just want to be able to provide whatever support and wraparound services through Miss Frida and through Dr. Beard and her organization. There's so many wonderful things going on, and I just, think that it's my responsibility to make sure, part of my responsibility is to make sure that people are aware of the resources that we have in the community, so they don't have to travel outside of their neighborhood if they don't want to.
And we also thank you, Dr. Janice Seabrook, for being just such a phenomenal leader as well, and just always, no matter what someone asks you to do, you're always there. So I'm just so grateful for you, for your gift of humanity.
Well, thank you. I do what I have to do. I do what needs to be done within my power. And I didn't bring you two here to be singing praises on Dr. Seabrook. I wanted everybody to know the good work that is being done in our community by two beautiful, strong Black women.
There you go.
So, Natalie, if we don't have any questions, do you have anything that you wanted to
I would just take away from this, so we can do it the next time. I definitely got some things we need to talk about.
Okay.
I just certainly
Run the walk back.
enjoyed
and
sitting
talk about immunization.
here listening to this. We had some people, but you guys were just too into it, so I couldn't do it.
Okay. You didn't want to interrupt the.
I couldn't. It was just so moving and so touching in terms of what they were talking about when the calls came in, and I just wanted them to be able to hear exactly what you all were saying.
Okay.
Because it's powerful. It is really, truly powerful.
Well, I appreciate that. I
Well,
just
no, you appreciate me more on Saturday.
Okay, all right. I was just about to do a reminder.
Okay, you were okay. All right, come
So
on.
Saturday, September 28th, registration at 9. The walk starts at 10. It's our annual 5K breast cancer awareness walk. We raise these funds to help women and men who don't have the resources to get mammograms to aid and assist them in getting mammograms locally here in the community. So Saturday, September 28th, registration at 9. The walk starts at 10. $30 for individual walkers. For more information, you can call 219-880-1190 and ask for Amanda Hill, or you can go to our website, chn-indiana.org, for more information. I want to encourage everyone, the kids have been back in school for a while. Let's make sure they can stay in school. So let's get them immunized before the holidays, because if you don't, that waiver is over.
Thank you.
That waiver is over. The waiver happened during COVID. So the waiver is over. Children have to be fully vaccinated to stay in school. And if they are not vaccinated coming back from the holidays, Christmas, they may be asked to sit out. We don't want to delay anybody being able to come back to school, and we don't want to stop people from graduating.
Yes.
So go ahead and get vaccinated. It's also flu season and COVID season, so go ahead and get one in each arm. Flu shot in one arm, COVID shot in the other. You'll be okay. All right. So thank you so very much, Natalie, for allowing us to take up the time today on your platform to be able to reach out to the community and let them know what resources are available.
Well, I certainly thank you, and we want to say we'll see you next time. No, I know when I'll see you, but we want to see you next time, and we will see all you ladies out and about in the community, because you're a strong force to be reckoned with. And that was all demonstrated right here through the conversation and the testimonies. So keep doing, ladies, what you're doing here. Proud to know each and every one of you, and it just warms my heart when you hear about the journeys and where you are today.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for your
thank you so very
kindness.
much.
Thank you for
Until
those
next
kind
time,
words.
everyone have a great day. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.